Okay, so Pastor Adeboye and Reverend Sam Adeyemi met on a plane, and this exchange happened. You need to listen to this.
So I left it until the plane was in the air, allowed him until he was free. I said, sir, just one question, sir, just one question. What is the role of the church in the transformation of Nigeria? What is the role of Christians? He said, let us just pray that God will give us more righteous people. I thought that was a vague answer, spiritual. But he explained it. He said, let me ask you a question. If you had a group of armed robbers and they had the opportunity to elect their leader, would they elect a policeman? What? And I was writing everything he was saying. What a profound question. And later, I would meet the same concept during my doctoral program in strategic leadership. It is called prototypicality. When a group has the opportunity of choosing its leader, it will choose the person that best approximates the ideal member of that group. It's amazing. It's a principle. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. At the end of the day, the group will choose the person that best approximates. So, whoa. So, and I promise you, this happens at an unconscious level. It happens at it's more about the subconscious than it is about the conscious. So I've then played different scenarios with that equation. Okay, fine. So if I was the policeman and somehow I found myself as the leader of the group, what would I do? One of two things would happen. To remain as leader of that group, I would have to become an armed robber. Or else they would either kill me or take me out. Or the group would have to become like me. That process of changing people, leading people through transformation, that is what leadership is about. And because it is difficult, that's why many leaders avoid it. They just give themselves the excuse, you know what, I'm not the one that created the problem, especially at the national level. I am not the one that created the problem, because the moment you start, I promise you, I have friends in government, good people that mean well. Their greatest challenge is mindset. And it starts from the people closest to them. I've said it before. A former governor here in Nigeria, said to me, and when I visited him, he was actually still in office as governor. He said, Brother Sam, my problem is not with projects. My problem is not with projects. I get competent contractors. They deliver. Okay? I insist, and they deliver my project. He said, my biggest problem is people's mindset. Can you imagine? I heard that the people in my cabinet were somewhere discussing, and that they were telling themselves, they were joking, and they said, Governor, come and solve vision. The governor will just be saying vision. Is it vision we want to eat? Their interest was on the money. He said, these are people in my cabinet, the executive council of the state. Pastor Adeboye.
Now, imagine something. This is a very profound statement that Pastor Sam Adeyemi is making. But there's the question I have for Pastor Sam and for Pastor Adeboye too. What if it is the church? Or what if the church is helping to create those armed robbers? instead of the police. And this is not just about church alone. Religion generally, including the mosques. What if they are contributing to create those armed robbers? The church, the mosque, religion, religious leaders, you all have to wake up. Prosperity gospel, whether in Islam or Christianity, the cumulative effect of it is to create armed robbers. When you preach prosperity to such an extent that your own denomination, the Redeemed Church members, will be more prosperous than other Christians, not even talk of Muslims, the cumulative effect of it is that you create such robbers. When you have opportunity to be objective, to say this is good, this is bad, and you refuse to do it, like condemning the fact that the president is involved in a $460,000 forfeiture related to drugs, and the same person does not have verifiable school certificates, and you support that person blindly, the cumulative effect of it is you create the armed robbers. So instead of saying God should give us more righteous people, the solution is the church should create or should stop creating the armed robbers. And more importantly, and this is the more dangerous one, the church, the mosque, religion as a whole must now stop encouraging or feeding voter apathy by filling people's head with the promise that the cause of their problem is the devil and that the only solution is God. When they do this, people do not see that the real problem is the policy of government. The real devil dealing with them is the policy of government. And the real solution is also going to be policy of government. So when bad leaders come, implement bad policies, the people suffer and they think it is the devil. And they go to pray on election day. They refuse to come out to vote. They are praying for God to solve their problem when the only thing that can happen is for the policy to change. The church must now fill the head of the people. They must tell the people that they must engage in the process to elect quality leaders that will implement quality policies that will then improve their lives. That is the only way their problems can be solved. Every problem that Christians face that they blame the devil for is actually traceable to bad government policy. Christians pray for jobs because there are no jobs. Christians pray to get married because people don't have the money to get married. Christians pray to get visa because the system here is bad and not working. If you trace the prayer request of most Christians and even Muslims, all of them, what do you find? You find out that if you trace all of those requests back, they are the failure. You can trace them back to the failure of government. You can trace them back to the failure of government. So, and government policies. So the church must now begin to discourage people from becoming armed robbers by encouraging them to participate in government, in politics, to participate in such an extent that they must begin to focus on policies and change the people that implement bad policies so that good people can come to implement good policies. It is only when good policies are implemented that the lives of the people can be solved. No amount of prayer can remove the effect of bad government policy. When a bad government policy is responsible for unemployment, pray from now till thy kingdom come, till Jesus Christ comes back, the jobs will not be there. It will not be. It is only when you now change the government policies so that you can have jobs, that is when that prayer will be answered. So, Reverend Sam Adeyemi, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, respectfully, I encourage you to take this advice that I give to you. Do not say it is coming from a small boy. And this is not meant to be an attack, it's just an advice. Because at the end of the day, we all want a better country so that the citizens of Nigeria that are members of the church, members of the mosque, or otherwise, can live better lives.